Let me tell you why it's so important to have an economy that's not just for like obsoleteness, but like for mending. I went to a flea market yesterday. Oh, I wanted like a watch, like an old watch, like a Casio. Like I'm not looking for something fancy. As I'm transitioning into my analog, situation, I'm just trying to decentralize my phone as much as possible and use it for what its purpose is, a phone. And I get this watch, the Fiera de la Largas, I think it's called. And I had the most like sweetest man sell me this old Casio watch. Let me show you. For 13 bucks, right? It was supposed to be 20, and then we like bargained it down, and then I only had cash that was literally just 13. And so he's like, that's fine. The battery was not working or whatever, but he's like, no, it works. You just gotta go get the battery changed. And I just decided to trust him, and I did. And I was like, okay. I got distracted by this place. It's so beautiful. Okay, obviously hours have gone and I got distracted. But as I was saying, the reason to have a mending based economy, or like mending next to like stuff that you can buy, is because it allows for like less waste, just like straightforwardly, right? It was an older woman and then an old woman. The old woman was doing bookkeeping or whatever record keeping thing on a big ass notebook. That's how you know it's a real old store. And there was no computers or phones on site. There were silvers, watches, just a bunch of analog stuff and handmade stuff. And I don't know what like possessed me. I just walked in. Can you change watch batteries? And she was like, yeah, let me see it. What types? It depends on the type of watch. I show her my watch, and you could tell like it's really worn out. I just told her like it stopped working. I don't want to be like I got her at whatever. And she's like, okay. She takes it off. It would not come out because it's like stuck. She like it breaks. Like it's a whole situation. She stamps it. She had this stamp machine, and the way she fixed it in like 7 minutes, not even. And changed the battery. Now it works for €5. For €5. I got my necklace broken one time and in the US, and I took it to like a person to fix it, right? It's amazing that it's there. It was like 20 something dollars, and this was like 5 years ago. I'm sure it's now, it doesn't exist, or it's very, very expensive. I started looking at her rings, and I ended up buying this beautiful ring from her. But it's just like mending economy kind of goes hard. It's metal, it's punk. As there's more like a wage gap in between people, you'll see people trying to like getting away from analog more, mending more, and just buying because stuff becomes cheap, labor becomes cheap, and convenience becomes like the drug. And that makes me sad, but it was really beautiful to just go through that process. I even went to this like luxury store. When you think of like TikTok or something, think of the opposite, right? Like very understimulating store. Everything was great. There wasn't a bunch of pictures, so you could tell it's also been there at least for 50 years. There's a bunch of old men, one women that worked there. It like looked like a bank. It was like consulting, but they had watches instead of like whatever a bank has. Okay, this is a serious store. They even had like a little couch you could sit and wait. This guy is like consulting about his watch. It's very passionate. They're talking Portuguese, and I was like waiting, and the guy was like, come. And they had like a lab coat or whatever. And then I was like, so I have this watch, and do you guys do replacements? First of all, my audacity. This is like a really nice store. And then I showed him my watch. He was very nice. He was like a baby in the 60s. He's like, oh, we only work with Swiss watches. And I was like, okay. By Swiss watches, he means like expensive ass watches. I was like, thank you. I was like, but there's more stores that way. He opens the door for me, I get out. And then I find another store that's like locked. You have to like ring the bell for them to open for you. They sell like Rolex. My audacity. Like Rolex and like just expensive ass watches. In the US, I don't even think you can just enter like that. I was like, do you guys change watches or whatever? And he's like, no, but let me ask my boss. He talks to the guy and he's like, Yeah, there's another store. I was like, is it the one that I just went to? And he's like, I don't know, but like there's more watch stores for sure. You can check it out. We sell mostly like luxury. No, he didn't even say luxury. He said like, you know, these type of watches. And I was like, oh, okay. And then the guy goes, he has the audacity to. He's like, would you like to look at these watches? The lowest price watch I saw was 18K. I said, this is a little bit out of my price range, just a little. I was like, thank you. They were like, okay, bye. And that's when I found the lady was like next door. And so my watch is fixed and I love it.